All right.
We can't do the holiday's over.
Hoppothetically.
It's going to come out next week.
Hoppothetically, episode 63.
You need to do it before. Like, we need to look up future holidays. What's the holiday that'll come out next week?
Next year, there'll be St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's Hoppothetically, episode 63. Nathan's looking up future holidays so I can switch to a different accent.
March 29th is Good Friday.
That's where Jesus is killed.
Yeah.
So just us being like, ah! It's Hoppothetically, episode 63! Ah, forgive them!
Yeah, it's not Ash Wednesday anymore, baby.
Yeah.
Wyoming Veterans Welcome Home Day. Welcome home!
Yeah. Oh, God, now we're back in Wyoming! I miss Afghanistan.
Yeah. You're in Wyoming, like trying to tap their feet, going, look at reverse Yellow Brick Road. It's with Kansas, but it's the same premise.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, reverse Wizard of Oz, where they're tapping their feet to go back to war-torn Afghanistan.
Yeah. There's no place like the caves of Afghanistan with the Taliban. Yeah, the reason why the pulling out of everybody in Afghanistan was so difficult and bad is because all the Wyoming people were sabotaging it. All the buffalo killed themselves because Wyoming stinks.
Yeah, it's boring and it's buffalo-y, but not that buffalo-y. No.
You know, the first buffalo wings apparently stink. There's a place that up in Niagara Falls that's like where buffalo wings were invented, but like the reviews are really bad. They're like, yeah, they're the first. It's like the prototype of buffalo wings. They're gross. You know, the first airplane's not like a good airplane.
Yeah, they were trying weird stuff like marinara sauce.
I think they're just made poorly. I don't even think it's a sauce issue. They just like stink at cooking it, and they're like, but we're the first. That's how we always did it. So it's like they're both the first buffalo wings and like the worst buffalo wings, like the only ones that can't update.
They could just make better buffalo wings.
It wouldn't be authentic. Authentic.
I want B-dubs to do what McDonald's did to the original McDonald's, and I want them to put a B-dubs right next to them and just get them out of business. And then they could say we claimed the first. We like
right.
Yeah.
We're the buffalo wing slayer. Yeah, home of the first Wild Wing. Home of the people who killed.
Mm-hmm. The first.
Yeah. Who do you want to be more, Jesse James or the man who killed Jesse James?
Exactly.
Robert Frost. Have we talked about mine and Manth's anniversary?
No.
Manth and I had our 10-year anniversary.
Woo. Woo.
And it was nice. We stayed at a B&B. I'd never been to one of those before. It was like a wooden, like a hotel, but it was like a cabin. And you get there, and there's this guy named Chris who's like jacked, like pretty buff, wearing all denim. He's one of those guys that's like got a very buff chest, but then like a belly, but it's like tight, like a tight fat belly. And it's a denim shirt tucked into denim jeans and a ponytail. And you call the front desk because nobody was sitting there, so we called the number of the hotel, and it's just Chris. And he just comes out and he's like, we're like, hi. And he had this way of being that was very like perched. Like, you know how a cat would sit outside of like a hole waiting for a mouse, just like ready? He was very like ready. And you're like, we're here. He's like, Samantha? We're like, yes. And then he gave us our, or no, he didn't even give us the key. The key was already in the door. He was the type of guy where it seemed like if I woke up in the middle of the night to pee and I accidentally or decided to just open our room door to the hallway, that he would just be there perched. Very, very chill but buttoned up, like corporate chill. Like if he were to undo the band tying his ponytail, his hair would just remain in a ponytail.
I was thinking about something different.
I was sensing that.
Yeah. I was thinking about, you know that movie where there's that hotel that tries to kill you? And it does all that really scary stuff to you?
No. There's Monster House.
No. It's like you go into the hotel room and you can't leave, and then it tries to get you to commit suicide by scaring you. Yeah.
That was like room 50.
Yeah, room 43.
24.
40 something.
08 or something.
Yeah. You think at the end, if you were walking out, they would ask, like, do you think you would give them a good Google review? If they were like, hey, could you give us just be cool about it and give us a good review?
Yeah, they probably have some incentive thing. You get a discount. Or, you know, what'd be funny is if you had to call down for a late checkout. Because, like, monsters. Well, I still have to shower and pack.
Yeah, I didn't.
There was a mummy.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm sorry, actually. Someone else
needs that room.
We need to get the cleaning crew in. The cleaning crew, I bet.
Oh, they do a lot of work.
Expensive.
Yeah. And they always charge you for an extra cleaning fee.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, you destroyed the hotel room. And like, well, okay, I didn't.
Yeah, you left your severed arm.
Yeah.
Someone had to clean that up.
Yeah. And it looks like you filled the entire space with water. as if you were trying to drown yourself and then emptied it.
Which frankly impacted the room below you.
Yeah, many rooms. This is gonna be a whole thing.
They were trying to sleep. They were businessmen.
Yeah. Insurance will cover most of it, but your room, I mean,
I think he does call down to the front desk a couple times, and the front desk is just creepy, and he's like, "Whoa." But could you imagine like a more sort of bitchy, Karen-y type person that's like, no, let me speak to your manager. And then the manager's also creepy. So what seems to be the problem? Well, maybe you should look to yourself. Well, maybe you should get your supervisor on. That just keeps going up the chain till it's eventually Satan.
yeah, that's it.
And then Satan's like, all right, God,
Jesus Christ.
I'll give you a voucher.
Yeah.
Yes. Free lunch tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Click. Doesn't actually hang up, just says click. That'd be a power move. Thank you. Click.
And they're like, I know that's not
Are you still on the phone?
yeah, I know, that doesn't make the real click sound.
Click.
Are you waiting for something?
Click. The movie.
This is...
You ever see that? Adam Sandler. Bitch. Click. Feigns like a real click.
I can't see you do the almost... If you're I don't know, but if you're doing the almost closing...
The Click. AJR's second album. Look it up. She has a ton of Click references.
Yeah, click it or ticket.
Yeah, click it or click it or ticket. What? You hang up.
No, I'm the front desk.
No,
you hang up.
Hang up.
No, you.
She thinks it's like romantic.
I cannot hang up.
No, you hang up.
It's policy. I am not allowed to hang up.
They're recording these calls.
Yeah,
I'll get in trouble.
No, you hang up.
What do they always say when your call's recorded? The call's being recorded for
quality
assurance.
Yeah.
Is there a funnier thing you could say, like, or give a better reason? This call is being
for my
recorded.
personal enjoyment.
Yeah, this call is being recorded for the CEO's personal collection. What?
Yeah.
Hi, this is. Wait, why is this call being recorded?
The person on the person on the line is clearly doing like weird SMR for the CEO.
Yeah.
Like, hello, how can I help you today? What? No, how can I help you?
Do you think if you just whispered, like if you did call a helpline and whispered, they would mention it?
They'd match you.
Yeah, because it's like a sales tactic. You want to mirror. A person comes in and they found out their son died, and they're just like, and you're like, you said something hard. My son died. My daughter. Her last wish was that I sell this fabulous Ford Explorer. I was buying it for my son. Do you have any more sons? Yes. Well, that's why we have improved safety features.
You're at a meeting with all all the alchemists trying to turn metal into gold, and Tom keeps pushing and demanding that the penultimate goal of this.
What is it with you and the word penultimate? The penultimate goal of an alchemist is the metal. The penultimate goal is get the metal, then the ultimate goal is change it to gold. It's like you look for ways to work in the word penultimate. You could just say goal, by the way. You don't even need to replace penultimate with ultimate. You could just
I think I use it in replacement of ultimate. I don't think about it.
Just don't even use it ever. You should be able to get through 6 months without having to say the word ultimate.
Okay, basically the premise of the question, removing all the characters, was just if you look into alchemy, their like main goal is to create this weird rebus hermaphrodite thing. And I feel like they got that was clearly just one guy really pushing that in the group. Like all their other stuff is about making gold, but then they randomly jump ship as their main thing is to do this rebus thing. And I feel like that is clearly just one guy's fetish.
Right. So for those of you who don't know, it's the if you ever seen Castlevania, it's that thing, right? Where they want to make this hermaphroditic, perfect mix of genders.
Yeah. All their other stuff and all their books are about gold, and then you find out their main goal is making hermaphrodites.
Why do you guys all want to make gold? Well, it's valuable. I wanted to make gold because it's genderless and smooth.
Yeah, it's the perfect mix of both genders.
Yeah.
Gold is great, but a girl with a huge cock.
Yeah, that like all the alchemists trying to do this are trying to perfectly down the middle, like add masculine and feminine traits as you go. And the guy who thought of it was like, oh, no, I meant like a busty Latina with just a monster black dick. I thought that's what we were.
Yeah.
You guys are doing all these equations. It's 1 + 1, baby.
Have you ever looked up like
veiny cock?
Yeah, she-male hentai.
Huge.
That's what I want.
Huge fake tits, fake lips, like busty, just like nasty.
Yeah, I thought this was to create the perfect being. Yeah, dude, one that gets me rock hard.
Yeah, what is all this?
Yeah.
You got all these weird mannequins. No. Let's go just go to Harlem. Go to Miami, pluck anybody off the street, give him a $15 dildo. No magic required.
Yeah.
What do you all these spells and robes?
Yeah. Why do you keep making gold? We don't need gold. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, literally. I mean, you can hire a prostitute. They'll just do this.
Yeah. This is not incredibly complex.
$30. That's the problem with the field of chemistry. All of the alchemists realize you can just hire a prostitute to peg you. So then they lost interest.
Yeah, that's why there's no more alchemy.
Or chemistry, because those used to be combined. That's why they split.
Yeah, chemists.
There are chemists who were interested in chemistry, and alchemists, it turns out, we're interested in getting railed.
Yeah, getting pegged really hard.
Yeah, I turned my ass into a pussy. How about that for alchemy, you nerds?
Yeah, I drank like a quart of mercury and just got fucked, dude.
Yeah. I turned my ass into an open ass. How about this for a joke?
Something about
mind if I ask
exchange.
you an open-ended question? Sure. Will you fuck my ass? I don't know if that makes any sense. It loosely makes sense. Yeah, I thought on a less dirty note, when the alchemists realize they can't turn lead into gold, they just start convincing people that lead is awesome. They're like, who wants gold when you can have lead? And then if it does work, they're like, see? We gave lead the value of gold.
In a sense, we did turn lead to gold.
Yeah, that'd be so or it's like not working, and they're like, we only accept lead at our shops because trust me, lead is going to be huge, and everyone's like, okay, no, guys, you're going to want lead. Doesn't lead make you crazy? Fucking gold makes you crazy. You seen these bitches?
Yeah, they have all these lead jewelry everywhere.
Yeah,
ooh, nothing sparkles
quite like rusty
lead. The shimmer from it cutting open your skin and bleeding all over the ring.
I'm sure someone's talked about this before, but you know how every anniversary it's like the first one's like silver and then other ones? A guy should have jumped on that, made them all cheap. There's paper and
paper mache.
And last year's paper.
And paper again.
Nothing.
Yeah. This year is the one that we forget
yeah.
that it's supposed to happen.
Makes next year's more special.
Yeah.
Which is paper again.
Yeah. But this one's crumply and clearly more rushed than the first paper.
Yeah, the whole gimmick of the second anniversary is see what you can do 15 minutes before dinner. It's so fun.
And what's weird is the fifth one, you remind me that it happens.
Yeah, I could see the alchemists wanting to create this perfect being. It feels like they're playing a little bit to the back of the room. Like they didn't really field test this perfect hermaphroditic being, and they finally accomplish it, and they're like, look! And everyone's like, oh. And they're like, no, it's perfect mathematically. And they're like, do you want to fuck it? And they're like, well, no, we're men of science. We thought all of you would want to.
Yeah,
and
this is what we thought.
No.
Yeah, we were studying the gold thing, but we thought this was more pressing.
Yeah. We thought, were we off on
Did you guys not want the perfect amalgamation, man and woman?
Yeah, it seems like maybe they were like too online. Like they got red-pilled and didn't quite understand what it is that people were attracted to. Women all say they want like a nice guy who's more feminine, and men want a guy who can hang out and be in the group. So we've created this sort of weird
boob, half man, woman.
The perfect being.
Yeah. We thought people would be into it.
Who's both sensitive but like sports.
Or just if you join, when you join and start becoming an alchemist, they slowly wean you more and more into the weird, like, creating the perfect being thing. And you're like, can we just get back to making the gold out of lead? And they're like, but let's just talk a little more about if we were to.
Just like a side project.
Yeah, just a side project. What if we did really focused on this for a little bit?
Yeah, everybody's screensaver is the one boob, one peg.
Yeah, and you're like, I think this might not be the right organization for me.
Yeah, and then you'd make one of these hermaphrodite things, and nobody would want one.
You're a real Frankenstein's.
But then, so you'd have to make two. So you'd have to have a friend. Mm-hmm. But then it'd be like rabbits, where if one dies, you got to like concoct another one. And they never get rid of these fucking things.
Yeah, you have tons of hermaphrodites things. Well, they're not hermaphrodites. They're like weird amalgamation things.
What if you met a non-binary person and you asked for their pronouns, and they had tattooed on their knuckles, they, them. It was like, they, them.
Like they're like
They, Them.
Are they gonna like beat the shit out of you if you misgender them?
Maybe. They just start punching you.
Boom.
I have a trick to help you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody full trans from female to male. Mm-hmm. You're like, hello, ma'am, and it just says he.
Ah, my eyes! Oh, fuck.
You know Jorgen von Strangle? from Fairly Odd Parents. When he gets old, it'd be Jorgen von Dangle.
Yeah.
Balls.
Yeah, that's...
His old fairy balls.
Wait, so right now it's
because his balls are all knotted up.
Yeah, he's like a rubber band wrapped around him. And
that's why he
tightened
talks like that. He's like, "Gah! We have to follow the rules, or we'll get whipped by mistress. We'll have to suck her stilettos."
in a weird BDSM thing.
And then one day he finally takes it off, and he's like,
all the muscles
Well.
get flabby.
yeah, and he
He's
doesn't have the
weak.
German accent anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say the sun is setting on old Jorgen von Dangle. Are you going to grant any wishes? Nah, my wish is only to sit here and have some tea on the porch.
And a light breeze pass through my dangle.
I just love July. I'm not sure what accent we're doing. He doesn't know either.
Like a dumb
his balls
Southern.
have been tied up so much he's
he's lost all...
lost all sense of
what was
nation and ethnicity.
What is it, like the It or something?
Yeah,
he's
egoless.
lost. Yeah.
All he was at his core ball pain, and once that's been released, he's become
he's lost all self.
Yeah, reached enlightenment.
Mm-hmm. He's Buddha now. Really.
I bet. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to achieve enlightenment. Just really ratchet up the pain on your balls for like a week, and then just take it off, and for a split moment, you will be one with the universe.
Yeah, the Buddha actually gave this advice, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we're not going to write that down or tell anybody that's how you became enlightened. We're going to lie about it because that's horrifying."
I did hear some meditation stuff. It's like some people, they'll spend like years meditating in a cave, but then other people are like, mindfulness, like it all already is. Like you don't need to try to be mindful. You're just witnessing what already exists. That's kind of what they say. So they're like, there's really no point in practicing meditation. That's actually an oxymoron. So they're like, you should just
for that guy
do nothing. Like they're like, even being distracted. It's so like full circle where it's like when you are on your phone, you are one with like just like saying nothing. Yeah, and it does suck for the cave person.
Yeah, it was just like, what?
Yeah, what if after 11 years in the cave you came to that where you're like, fuck,
I need to get on TikTok like right now.
Shit, I should have.
Oh my god,
I should have been
Instagram
doing
dancing.
dances.
Oh my god, you leave the guy in the cave, come back 11 years later, and he's just flossing.
That does seem like a thing that would exist. A guy who's like, all right, I'm going to spend 12 years in the cave. Like they do like a daily TikTok vlog. Day 600 in the cave. There's a stalactite that keeps hitting me on the head. I don't know.
There was a guy on Twitch that would live stream him just smiling and looking at the camera for like huge period, like hours and hours a day. And there was like a few times he got robbed and he just didn't do anything.
What if you became so mindful and like you did all, you're supposed to do gratitude exercises and just be grateful for everything you have. If you really did take that to heart and became that mindful and you could really see everything through new eyes, wouldn't the end result just be that you would just be so wowed by your phone? Like you'd be so mindful, you'd be like, this is amazing! People are spending 4 hours a day. You should spend 6 hours a day. Look at this fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you do on it? I just slide. I don't do.
I'm just like, the functionality, like just the sliding feature alone. I spend 3 hours just like, wow. Is this all just pixels you're saying? I'm watching a video and this happened in China. Like you'd just be enamored with literally every little piece of it. It's so small. You wouldn't even have it on for the first hour of your screen time. You would just be looking at the screen.
Yeah, someone like, calls you, keep trying to break in. Like, how are you in there? What the fuck?
Look, what got me thinking about it is like when people go see like the natural wonders, like the Northern Lights or something. Mm-hmm. But if you could talk to somebody who lives around there in the past, your phone, and the shitty stuff would be so much more amazing. They're like, yeah, the lights are fine, but look at that.
Yeah, your thing is way better.
We're starving. I could use this to like help me hunt and find things and look up what to eat. Instead, I've got these smears. Anyway, yeah. So you become such a yogi that you're on your phone, but because you realize that's where you want to be.
This feels like exactly what we just touched on.
But you can hit it from more of the mindfulness angle.
I'm not that into mindfulness.
I just like a person being deliberately like, dude, you're always on your phone, and he's like, yes.
Yeah, this is
ascension. I am. I've had to work up to this. It actually gives me lots of headaches. And I throw up and I'm full of anxiety, but this is where I need to be. Like, this is all of humanity. I want to experience, I want to be in the locusts. This is how you do. Oh, no, I'm mad. People say, oh, that's a bad thing, that you jump around your, like, attention you're like laughing, then you're angry, and he's mindful person's like, I love that. What a dynamic life I lead. I was angry, then horny, then excited, then scared, all within 5 minutes. What an incredible life.
Yeah.
It used to take people years to feel what I felt in mere moments. I watched a dog get beat, and then I found exactly what makes me most horny. What makes me most horny? You used to have to talk to Satan for that. Phones in that way do sort of almost feel like like one of those things that you think is a wish, but it's actually a curse.
Like a monkey's paw.
Yeah, a little bit. What if you got the monkey's paw and you just wanted a monkey's paw?
But it kept giving you wishes.
Well, it kept suggesting, like, I can give you your dead mom back. And you're like, no, this is cool. I'm going to hang this right there.
Yeah, I just like playing with it.
Yeah, it's so fun.
I like moving with the fingers.
I put it in my mouth. I was like, ooh. And you're like, no. You know how there's this whole category of movie that's just a very on-the-nose dystopian future thing.
Yeah.
Like that one about the platform, or even Snowpiercer to a slightly lesser extent.
No, that one's a pretty run-of-the-mill dystopian.
Hang on.
That was the one with the children where the gear is in the machine, right?
Yeah, in Snowpiercer, it's all about how child labor does work very well.
Yeah, it's very effective.
Even for high-tech, complicated machinery.
I like to think one day if Snowpiercer just kept going, the train would be just
It'd be
little
just children.
kind of holding every little piece together.
There's no P, it's just children are the wheels.
Yeah, it's just a weird blob of children just moving, skidding across the ice.
It's literally that old guy on a child's back.
Yeah, just
go, it's cold!
Yeah, then the big reveal that it's children at the end is not nearly like, I've been using children to replace parts, and they're like, yeah, dude, it's everywhere. I spent the first 10 years of my life as a door to your bathroom. Yeah, the children also replaced the bathroom.
Yeah, and they're like, now with our fully child train, as they grow up, the train just gets bigger. Soon we'll have a big train.
And more powerful.
Yeah. But then for a while it gets stinky and horny and angsty.
Yeah.
I hated those years when we had that angsty train. Come on, train, chew. I don't want to chew. Fuck you, old man.
Yeah. I don't want to be a wheel. You have to be a wheel. We don't move if you don't be the wheel. I try to be different and unique.
Oh, anyway, so my question was, can we just write what would be the most on-the-nose dystopian allegory movie you could come up with?
Just what is the most aggressive?
Yeah, like let's pitch the most aggressive dystopian
You're in this
anti-capitalist
gray,
movie.
just gray, equal build, like all the buildings same height. It's gray, there's no sky, and just guy in a suit walks up and just kicks you in the balls really hard. And that's the whole thing.
Sure.
That's the whole future.
I mean, I feel like pigs have to be in it.
What?
Pigs are good allegory. It's like capitalists, pigs.
I guess. I just think of Animal Farm.
That's a fairly on the nose one.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them are like capitalism bad, money bad. Like I think the most aggressive, where they're just like that one where your time is on your arm and it ticks down.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, somebody was just like, time is money, and they were like,
Oh, man.
What are other?
I mean, just the conceptual problems with that is worse than the dystopian part. Like, you go to see a movie and you waste. Like, with long movies, you are spending more of your life watching the movie than you are going to be paying for the movie.
Right. What about it's just in the future of all dogs that only eat dogs.
And they can see even less color.
Right.
It's just they only see gray. They're blind.
They only see green. Dog Eat Dog World.
No, yeah, I got that.
They only eat other dogs. And then one dog is like, hey, man, what if we worked together and stopped eating
each other
dogs?
Yeah.
And instead we ate.
And fought against the pigs.
We ate. Well, no, they don't want to fight again. They want to eat vegetables. Let's wrap it all in.
What, vegetables?
Yeah, because they're vegetarian.
Vegetable? Oh.
Don't eat dogs, eat vegetables. Eating dogs is warming the earth. The polar bears who don't eat dogs. You know who's probably causing a lot of this global warming? The seals. You know how all the way it's always global warming is going to kill the polar bears? The global warming is going to kill the polar bears?
It's a big...
The seals are
seals.
Yes, yes.
Yes, we give them the fat from the whales, they make the oil, and then it kills the polar bears.
Yeah, all the seals are these industrial engineers learning fracking. The bears are like, no, the Arctic is so pristine, you can't drill up here. And the seals are like, no, it's shitty, trust me.
Yeah.
It's just it's a frozen wasteland.
And you think these polar bears are these beautiful, Like almost, who's the guy that protected the truffula trees?
The Lorax?
Yeah, he's like, they're almost a beautiful Lorax for the snow, and then you see one of them get a seal, and you're like, oh, fuck, they are not wise, fun people.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be funny if that'd be like if the Lorax
just
caught a
tore
who
through
and
just rips out its fucking head.
Well, it doesn't even want to go for the adults. It just chases them and then grabs a baby who and bites into its face.
Oh my god!
I killed Cindy.
I didn't realize the Lorax ate people.
You could make that a creepypasta of like the Grinch. It's the Grinch normal until he talks to Cindy Lou Who and then just puts her in the bag.
Yeah, just whoa, like a Krampus thing going on.
And then the next day on Christmas, the Who's do not sing. I mean, it is true they're not concerned about the presents, but they're more like, where is Cindy?
Do you think Santa ever went to Krampus and was like, hey, you are a disproportionate, like, inverse response. Like, I give presents, you kidnap and eat them. Those are not equal.
Yeah.
You need to find a more manageable thing to do. You're way over the top.
Yeah. He's like, I'm an evil you. You're like, no, you're like a Hitler, Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Yeah,
that is not fair.
Yeah, do you think I bring more like, I don't even know how to do the opposite of you. Your thing is so fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, like, whoa. And then Krampus is like, all right, okay. I'll bring it down.
Yeah, one
because
notch.
We're friends.
Yeah.
I'll bring it down. I like us together better than me alone. Faster alone, further together. I get it.
What if we do coal? It's like, oh, okay, that's nothing. That's not.
Come on.
Yeah, come on. Give me some biting stuff. The kids won't do shit for that.
Can the coal be on fire? Can I burn their houses? No, you can't burn the houses of naughty children. Come on. Did you learn how to spell together by saying to get her?
No.
That's what my teachers did.
That's creepy.
They're like, you want to be a rapist. Rapists need to spell. I had this idea the other day. Somebody who's from Iowa, if like how we're Virginian, someone from Iowa would say they were Iowish. So it's like they're saying they're Irish, but they're a baby. What are you? I'm Iowish. Iowish.
What was the question? A weird dystopian future?
What's the most on-the-nose dystopian allegory movie?
Today.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What would the premise be? I mean, it would be anti-capitalist.
What if
money?
rich people literally ate poor people? Just all those sayings, they're all money is time and rich people eat poor people. And the only way to escape is to literally pull yourself, is to buy bootstraps.
Oh, a whole movie about bootstraps.
Yeah.
About a bootstrap manufacturer, a maker.
Yeah, and the problem isn't that he can't climb out of his society, but literally the bootstraps are too hard.
Okay, the villain would hang people with bootstraps. And he would go, let's pull them up by their bootstraps. And it would, good, yes, good. And then he would piss on them. Now I will trickle down.
He chokes them to death and then pees on them?
Yes, he does.
And how is this even and he's the only part of the dystopian future? Otherwise,
yeah, I guess we should have a plot, though. Right?
Yeah. Narratively, it can't just be this guy peeing on people. Which I feel like really would overshadow the whole capitalist. Like if when they see the bodies, they're not going to go.
I think that might be enough. It's just a dystopian future where you're just getting pissed on.
Yeah, I don't because I feel like if I saw this guy, I wouldn't think, ooh, what an homage to capitalism. Like, oh, he pees on people after he strangles them to death.
So it's the whole thing. It's just people lying down, getting pissed on, and then the way they solve it is they help each other up. Literally, they just stand up.
Yeah, where
and
everybody
they're too high for the piss.
Where they take turns. Where it's not just the rich peeing on the poor; they take turns peeing on each other.
Everyone pees
on. Yeah, it's not just trickle down. Everyone gets to be part of it. It's a system that takes pee from the bottom and then brings it to the top and pours out on everybody. The goal isn't just that you don't just give pee to the top people and let it go down. You have to let and share and spread amongst the bottom, and then they will pee on each other, and that will stimulate the markets.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And me.
Sure.
Yeah. It's really just basic economics 101. There's a ghost that is haunting your house, and when you go downstairs in the middle of the night, everything like stuff was shaking downstairs. You go downstairs, check it out, and you turn on the light, and in blood on the wall it says, "We need to talk. You've been acting weird lately."
You know what my first initial thought was? I thought you were going to say, written on the mirror in blood, it just says tampons. Out of tampons. And you're like, oh! Looking at my girlfriend. The fuck?
Yeah,
I think it was a ghost. Yeah. Just ask, you crazy bitch.
Did you take out all the kitchen supplies and throw them around? To get my attention?
Yeah. Yeah, did you stack all the chairs exactly up? Because you need tampons? No.
We share a card. You can just go get it.
You keep running downstairs and playing with the spoons before I wake up. What about a guy, you know how like it's like a classic man thing to whenever your girlfriend's acting, you just don't like what she's doing, you ask if she's on her period. You're like at the doctor and the doctor's like, she has stage 4 brain cancer, and you're like, Doc, you sure she ain't just on a period?
And he like looks at it, he's like, actually,
she's just on her period.
Oh my God. Yeah, she does not have cancer.
Yeah, I'm saying that's what she's been weird lately. I'm just saying, she's staying in bed, getting headaches, passing out, fucking lug it up. Just wait a couple weeks.
Keeps
being such a bitch.
Keeps having strokes.
Yeah. The doctor's like, the brain cancer can drastically alter a person. I'll tell you what can alter their personality. Fucking periods. Any man can have sex with their girlfriend when they're on their period. All right, you guys think that that's some heroic act. All right, real heroes fuck their girlfriends with stage 4 brain cancer. That's the minimum. Your chemoed out girlfriend. Would you fuck her?
Yeah, she does not. She's frail and hurt, and it's exhausting. But that's love right there. You're emotionally, you guys have nothing left. But physically,
would you munch that yellow chemo puss?
Oh God, I didn't like that.
If you squirt mustard before you shook it, that like water mustard, that yellow water mustard, that's what comes out.
This wasn't really like a full question, but do you think when the rapture comes and the Antichrist comes down, do you think he'll be mad that we constantly call him the Antichrist? Like he's not his own man.
He's like,
Yeah, he's like, what if I called you the Anti-Tom?
Yeah, I'm more than my relationship to Christ.
Yeah, I'm like my own person. I have my own. There really isn't even that much relating each other.
Yeah, I rollerblade. You could have talked about that.
Yeah. He doesn't do the opposite of rollerblading. That's nonsense.
Yeah, with sandals. And he's like thinking about it. He's like, actually, shit. Shit, I think rollerblades are the opposite of sandals.
Oh, no. And he fasts, and I do small meals throughout the day. Oh, no. Are we really just... Why can't he be the anti-me?
Yeah.
Just because he got there first?
Yeah, call him double negative.
Yeah, the anti-Antichrist.
He's an imaginary number.
A Gaussian integer.
What was the question? Oh, yeah, it's a ghost who wrote you.
Yeah. It's like when your girlfriend's like, we need to talk, but your ghost in your house does it.
Yeah, and you see it, and you're like, ah! And then the ghost is like, yeah, typical.
Yeah.
That's just how men respond.
Yeah. We're not noticing each other. I feel like we're just passing through. I possess your child and throw her across the room, and I don't feel like I'm getting any reaction out of you anymore. You just don't care.
Freak out.
Now you just shrug.
Do you think you could get used to a ghost?
Yeah, I think you can like it's any relationship. You can get kind of tired of each other. Because
if ghosts were really like in movies where they mostly just appeared and startled you, and they were just like,
yeah, and they fucked with your. Like, if you're thinking about, like, Paranormal Activity, mostly they just fuck with your internal cleaning.
Right.
Yeah, they just kind of ruin your apartment occasionally.
Even, I bet the 10th time you see the Uncanny Valley face, you're just grimacing back. They're like, yeah, and you're like, what's up?
Hey, yeah.
Hi, good to see you. All right. Are you starting a conversation?
Yeah, do you have something?
Do you want to talk? And they're like,
no.
I don't have shit. Yeah. Because you don't do anything.
Or like the weird clapping, and you're like, I'm busy. I can't play the game with you.
Yeah. What do you... Yeah, when they're like, what do you even have a smile about? I like the uncanny, a ghost coming up and doing this, and he takes it as like, yeah.
Dude, thanks.
Yeah, I needed that. All right.
It fixes like their relationship. The wife does smile. Like, we haven't smiled like this since...
No, you. No, you.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, we haven't shared a moment like this since I lost our child. Yeah. It's a tough. Yeah, he's haunting that. Yeah, he comes in, thinks he's haunted. They're really haunting, the house.
What do you think the most offensive, if you could do, I want to do an interview series of people who have recently lost a loved one in some horrific way and just keep asking in as many ways as I can if they're going to become a supervillain. So do you have any plans to rob banks or commit terrorism? What? Have you picked out a costume or theme?
Yeah. Have you picked out a hero you would like to be the arch nemesis of? Do you think you could beat someone with speed powers?
Yeah. Your son died in a train accident, so are you going to have a locomotive-themed thing to you? Are you going to rob trains?
Yeah. You're going to destroy...
Trains took everything from you. No, you will take all the coal from them. The coal thief. That could be the anti-Santa.
The coal
robs trains of their coal. You were good this year, Amtrak, so I will take your coal.
Yeah, finds out trains.
And instead, I'll put presents in your furnace.
Yeah.
Don't put presents in the furnace. That'll fuck up the trains.
Someone comes up and they're like, I don't know how trains are electric now. I mean, you did the whole coal outfit. It looks great. You're very menacing.
He only does this to antique trains.
Yeah, there's only like 3 trains left that are coal-based.
No, they don't run because you keep throwing Xbox 360s in them. Yes!
You're asking people if they're going to become supervillains?
People who's recently lost. Even a grandparent. What if that was a supervillain origin story? My grandparent died of natural causes. You're like, all right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, so did everybody's. Well, the fact that everyone isn't doing what I'm doing shows they're cowards.
Yeah. I lost my guinea pig. Is he dead? I don't know. I didn't look that hard.
Yeah.
But I'm upset about it.
So I might just be in the closet. All right, hypothetically random word generator challenge. Let's see what we got. Designer illustrate.
No.
Theater mountain. Well, I guess the first thing is like doing productions on a mountain.
For mountain.
I could see
movies by mountains, for mountains.
I could see those excursions to climb Mount Everest becoming so commercialized that open mic New York comics try to have mics
on the mountain
as you go up.
Yeah,
Because like, there's just like 50 people right there.
Yeah, dude, there's tons of... I mean, some of them are dead and frozen, but, I mean...
It's better than all comics.
Yeah, they pad the audience, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. We papered the audience with dead frozen people.
We should do that, at our club when we're like, well, it just looks better. We want the front row full.
Yeah.
It's just corpses. We will pay $10 per corpse
to
have them.
And if you find them in a shocked face, like...
Yeah.
It looks better, dude. People are going to like it.
And we just put like recordings of a laugh, and we just have a button.
Yeah.
And it kind of like a recording of a laugh, and then like a thing that like electrocutes them, so they're like, ha!
That's horrifying. I like it.
Yeah, that does seem like
weird nightmare. If you went into a comedy club and they were shocking frozen bodies to get them to laugh,
right? It also feels like that earnestly feels like something they would do in like new.
We need the fucking random generator. Why are you turning
in like new Batman comics with how fucked up and
it's like the Joker.
The Joker is. Yeah. Bundle gene
feels like a weird like deal for eugenics based stuff.
Yeah.
You want blonde hair and blue eyes? We got a deal, dude. Come today, 20% off for your perfect child.
Satellite fork, like a fork that like got commercials, like was like a radio antenna, satellite. Are you eating? Yes. If you could play an ad through a fork, what ad would you do?
It'd be for forks.
Oh, I don't know that would be.
It's a weird like, and then you get more forks and you send more forks into space so that they advertise. It's a fork based takeover.
Researcher linger, like they're doing some kind of like human trials, like some kind of study, and the researchers are like studying what you do, and then you notice they've stopped writing and they're just like. And the researchers are such creeps, they come up with that to do the researcher linger. Yeah, I thought, I don't know what they were testing for at the end there. He just kept licking his lips.
They told me to take the pill, and they said slower.
Yeah.
No, don't swallow yet. Don't swallow.
Yeah.
Just hold it in your mouth. Is this how you're supposed to take the medicine? No.
Yeah, all the researchers at the sleep study are weird. I didn't sleep at all. Yeah, you were really anxious all night.
Yeah, you had terrible sleep. Why did you watch?
We should give you more pills. You should come in again. It seemed like one of you guys put your dick in my mouth. No. We definitely didn't. But there was a time at about 3 a.m. when
how do
your cortisol spiked.
Yeah, don't judge us. How do you measure REM sleep, okay?
Yeah.
People have different ways of doing things, okay?
Unique error.
Yeah.
Infect cereal. A new disease that turns your Lucky Charms into unlucky charms. No! My cursed cereal.
Yeah. Like
it's supposed to, it was like the whole, that's like actually kind of how it turned
Tony
out.
the Tiger that's thin.
Well, I don't even think you need to, they said, like Lucky Charms and other cereals was supposed to help kids stay alert and focused throughout the morning. And that turned out not to be true.
It's just ADHD, really.
Yeah. All the sugar actually was, in fact, unlucky charms. I did terrible on my math test because I was crashing because the test was at 10:45 a.m. when the cereal has worn off. I kept that one
before the extended Adderall kicks in.
Accessible bless.
Blessings for everybody.
Yeah, that makes me feel like like somebody like the
Stairway to Heaven. It's now.
It's like an escalator.
Yeah.
It makes me think of like the popes trying to write prayers for a new, because like nobody's Christian anymore. Let's get more like, let's get all this God shit out of the prayers.
Make it more accessible for the kids.
Like the new prayers are just like, hey, you know. Just sort of a vibe.
Yeah. They come in.
These vibe prayers.
These marketing people come in and they're like, yeah, they actually. You need to remove the word Jesus. People don't like
Jesus
that Christian.
is polling very poorly.
Yeah, get rid of that Christian imagery. People don't like that from your prayers.
Yeah, and they need like a bass line.
Yeah,
prayer should have like a beat.
Yeah. It's about fucking sluts. That's what, and making money, cash.
Yeah, when
money.
you look at all of like Lizzo's music, it's actually written by like the Pope and a marketing team.
Less Jesus, more wet ass pussy. That's what we need.
All right, guys. That's been Hoppothetically episode 63. Thank you so much for joining us. If you want to support, subscribe to the YouTube. We just started an Instagram page again. I think we have like 7 followers. That's Hoppothetically on Instagram. Also, come to Flophouse Comedy Club. That's the main thing you can do. Come see us at Flophouse Comedy Club. Our Fridays and Saturday shows are very fun. Thursdays, less so, but we're trying.
Late night shows, also less so. 8 p.m.
8 p.m. is the hot shows, but the late night shows are fun.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to start hosting them if you want to see my pitiful attempt at crowd work.
I will be there working on my computer. Do not bother me.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.